Hello from the Dreamboard Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel. Come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but the text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, and let's get started. And I will remind everybody that if you present by text, you earn 60 pimp. And if you present, if you present by text, you earn 30 pimp. If you present by voice, you earn 60. No pressure, folks. Just letting you know. And Seki, you're leading us off. Oh, thank you, James. What if you present with both? As long as you read your text, I'm good with it. All right, Seki. Tell us about this.
Yeah. This was a story that I wrote for Inkwell. Yeah, the Inkwell prompt as of that time, that was like 5 days ago. And the prompt was in my head or in over my head, I think. And it was just I don't know, I just found it amusing and literally one of those days when merely you read the prompts, like the story just forms in your head and literally in less than 45 minutes I was through with this. It made me laugh, it made everybody laugh. It's quite an amazing read, so you can go check it out. Thanks.
I hope Miss Mittens ends up alive in the end. Thank you, Seki. And Zoe, you are up. And Stress Killer has won the 1 HBI. Learning new language. Zoe
Is it what
says.
used to be Steam Basic Income, or
Yes, that's the same thing.
right? Okay.
Zoe says my post is about my journey of learning a new language, specifically Japanese, and the challenges that come with it. I would like to share my personal experiences, insights, and the obstacles I've faced along the way. See, we just learned something new about Zoe. She knows Japanese. Ah, we now have seen Jerry. Or Gary. You're a beginner. We all have to begin somewhere. Ooh, James is learning Japanese too. So, what made you decide to learn Japanese? I got enough trouble trying to master English. Yeah, 3 languages. Kitty girl, you're up.
Well, Zoe's post was written in response to the Ladies of Hive current contest, and so is the one I'm presenting here. And I don't know why the preview didn't show. But anyway, I thought this was a really good post from Mars Dave. And there was one section in it that really jumped out at me. I speak only 2 languages fluently, that's English and Yoruba. But sometimes I feel I speak 100 languages. There's the language of hope that I speak to the mind of those that are breaking. There's the language of peace. I speak to minds that are experiencing chaos. I also speak silence silence when I don't know how to explain my thoughts without being misunderstood. I thought that was a pretty powerful paragraph.
Yeah,
And
I
the
agree.
rest of the post is, yeah, the rest of the post is good too. So let that be just a little uh, carrot dangling in front of you to go read the rest of this post. It's awesome. And I would also like to remind gentlemen that you are definitely welcome to write for the contest too if you want to. Even though it's in the Ladies of Hive community, it's not just for women, but gentlemen who are supportive and appreciative of the rights and issues of women, yeah, we'd love to have you come in and write too. So
So, where's the language Yoruba native to?
it's one of the languages in Nigeria and Ghana or Benin. That down in that area, it's kind of southwestern uh, Nigeria, and then the adjacent country or two. There's Yoruba people there.
Amy says it's Nigeria alone. Western Nigeria, bipolar tells us.
I
And
was also some of the
Seki
All of these languages,
comments saying
Seki
that there
tells
all of
us.
these
are.
languages.
Oh, go ahead, kitty girl.
I was amazed too that there were some of the people from Nigeria that said that there are over 500 languages spoken in the country of Nigeria alone, because each of the little ethnic groups have got their own language, and that's pretty phenomenal. 500 languages
Wow.
plus in that one country.
So is there enough overlap that people can understand each other, or are they so distinct that you've pretty much got to learn new languages?
Well, I think some of them are mutually intelligible, but maybe the Nigerian people can expound on that a bit.
English is the common word. Egon. So there's enough of a mix that you can sort of make yourself understood. Now that's what you call a land of tolerance when you've got 500 languages and you're figuring out who's who. Google
Oh,
can help
that's
you with that.
normal. That's so normal. Come down to India.
How many in India, Bridge?
As national languages, I think we have something like 112 or something, but counting all the dialects and all the tribal languages, etc., we're talking in a few thousands. And I think we
Wow.
still are not the most, I think the most is Indonesia with I don't know how many thousands of lingo. But I think what one thing, at least in India, what happens, like there are certain things in certain languages which are coming from the same root and they may have similar meanings, and then there are certain languages which sound very different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing what I've noticed is like, oh, the spoken language in most places, the spoken language ends up being a bit of Pidgin with all the stuff around. So wherever you are, there may be a little bit of English coming into the language. There'll be a bit of other languages coming into the language, and pretty much people kind of pick on the things. It is when you start watching something like movies or art where they are being very precise over the language being used. There's sometimes even like I know four or five languages, but when it comes to movie songs, I just don't understand what's being said because they're so pure. The words used are so precise and pure that I've never heard of it before.
So it
So
sounds like it's kind of a constantly evolving thing as the languages overlap.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there are a lot of people who take positions, even political ones, based on the purity of the language. But the reality is that these things keep on changing. English, for example, is now so just like Nigeria, we don't want to fight so much about languages with each other. So we just took the colonizers' language and made it the language available across the board. So we have English as the main one of the main languages available that most people who are educated know. We have Hindi as the second most used language in the country. So again, people who need to know something might know that. But other than that, people who want to get work done, they end up learning what they need to learn to make that happen. It's only people who want to cause trouble or want to make an agenda who sit back and try to be very dogmatic about these things.
Sounds like the English and the French in Canada.
Probably. Though I must say, one problem we all do face is sometimes some good languages and even culturally rich languages disappear because of non-usage or something like that. So that is a problem that many people are trying to solve, at least in India, culturally, with bringing back in the form of art and old folk traditions, so that the languages don't at least disappear from their local areas.
Well, to some extent, that is part of the issue in Canada is that the French, the Quebecois, um, do not want to feel overrun by English, so they've kind of staked out the territory and said, no, it's going to be French here. They
Yep,
maybe
yep,
go to
exactly.
what seems like extremes to us, but they are kind of defending their own culture.
Correct, correct. That's there quite a lot in India also,
Yeah, that's understandable. All
especially with
right,
English, because English is so not at all subtle enough as compared to many other languages.
constantly evolving.
Yep.
Amy, you're up. In whatever language you're using. Amy? Yep. Nope, that's bipolar typing.
Make
Aha.
I use PG.
I'm seeing a universal language in
Okay.
this post.
Make I use PG.
Yeah, that would really be easy for me to understand, wouldn't it? You've tried that.
Okay now. So this was now about keyholder crochet. Where Wangi do. I say I'm for high blockchain. I like her. The step where she share, it is very easy to understand. So I say make I share and give una. Una too feel like her. Thank you.
You mixed some in there, didn't you? Sounds so official in your mouth. I like your happy face though, or Wangi's happy face. That's a pretty piece. All right. Thank you, Amy. And bipolar,
Thank you.
you are up. And bipolar has won the 3 HBI. How shocking. Bipolar
Uh,
takes a turn
well,
and she wins the draw.
Hi everyone.
Hey, bipolar.
So this is the post that I talked about. It's a response to the Afghanap's prompt on asking for help. So basically, help is something that some of us struggle to ask for. Personally, I don't really like to ask for help sometimes
no.
because I would just want to talk, and then the person might feel, oh, okay, she's telling me her problems because she wants to stylish me, ask me for money. So that kind of like put me off to reach out to anybody concerning whatever it is that I'm going through. So I shared my experience on what changed that for me and how I was able to combat anxiety because it was something I was really struggling with in the past. So if you want to know about the call that changed everything, the link will take you there. Thank you.
All right. Now, if that first sentence doesn't grab your attention, I don't know what would. Nice work, bipolar.
There's one of those under the sink in the
Artemis?
kitchen.
Artemis, you got a hot mic.
Oh, sorry.
All right. And Palo, you're up. There she is. All right, Palo, tell us about this. Ah, you're supposed to have it actually already written. Do you have it already written? Please? It's you should have your text all ready to go when you do your post. Do you have it ready to just copy paste? Okay, can you give us your text, please? I don't see you typing. I hope that's getting the copy.
Paloma, by the way, is one of the staff in the terminal. She's really awesome.
Now, she says that day was a very special day, shared with my childhood friends. It had been decades since we had traveled together on an excursion, like when we went to school. That's how we felt on that day. The time we spent chatting at one of those tables was priceless. One of my friends has had a very tough year health-wise so far and thankfully overcome. And this was a perfect way to celebrate and to toast more days like this. And the title is Remembering When I Was at Maison de Laurels. I'm really good at butchering names, so I'm sorry. Well written there, Paloma.
In Spanish is Maison de la Dolores.
Maison de la Dolores. Yeah, I'm really good at killing English, and I do even more on other languages.
Dolores is pain in English.
Pain?
Yes, Dolores
as in
means
you hurt me?
Pain.
Pain
Yeah,
as
like
in you hurt me. Pardon?
Pain,
Yeah,
pain.
like in
Yes.
sadness.
Ah, that kind of pain. Okay. Got it. Nice. Thank you, Paloma. And I think that's your first time presenting, too. Well done.
It's my second time, but the previous one was only in test.
Ah. And you did some English this time. Or some voice this time.
About
So good
2
job.
years ago.
Oh, well, I'm old. It's the memory goes first,
Yeah, many time. This place is a restaurant, a thematic one, because it has a legend. Dolores was a young woman that worked in the restaurant many years ago, about 2 centuries, and the legend is a leaf. That's the main theme.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Good job. Stress killer, you're up.
Okay. After returning after 2 years back to Hive, I decided to bring back one of my communities back to life. It's a photo essay. It's a low effort posting way for people to get to know how to post and how not to post on Hive. The reward we're going to give this month is 6,000 SNC points. And the rules are actually very simple. It has to be a pink subject, 5 different subjects in a picture, or 5 pictures from 5 different subjects, and a totally of 150 words in one language. basics, very simple, and everyone is welcome to participate.
That is quite the bike.
The bike, yeah, AI. Ah,
If so, nobody's been brave enough to drive that down the road, right?
I don't know.
I like it though. You definitely remember seeing it if you actually saw it.
Yeah,
I had to make a picture that stands out, so that's why.
Well, you did a good job. It stood out.
we do have pink bikes. I've seen it around, but typically it's not driven by young men.
Yeah, I don't know that Artemis says real men wear pink. Actually, at one time, pink was considered to be a masculine color. Somewhere
Yep.
along the line, it got flipped.
Not somewhere on the line. It's American ads industry have done that.
Well, I do remember many movies where pimps were actually dressed in pink.
What was dressed in pink?
Pimps.
Oh, pimps! Yeah, it got flipped around at some point in time. Actually, some guys really do look good in pink. And I know girls look good in blue because I wear blue. There you go.
Well, I know back when I worked in the business world, I remember seeing quite a number of gentlemen that were wearing a suit, and it had like a pale pink shirt, with a kind of a red tie or something. And it was so nice looking and really dressy.
Yep.
Yeah, pink and purple are power dressing. Sure.
I used the pink bike to show people that we don't want AI in the competition. So I made several samples with AI of what we want and what we don't want. And of course, normal photos as well.
Well, I don't know. It looks pretty good for an AI generated. which um, which engine did you use? Which AI?
Hang on, Amuse 3.0. It's running on my AMD graphics card.
Did a nice job. But then we didn't have to get too close to the fingers.
Nope.
That's where it really messes up.
Or the handles on the steering.
Yeah. I did an image the other day and I really liked the image and I looked at it the second time and I went, that's not a good plan. That's 3 feet. You got to really kind of take a second look.
I did get some kind of those images as well. If I asked AI to generate a girl making pictures, the camera was facing her and there were 3 hands on the camera, so no.
Midjourney has got pretty good, but every now and again it screws up and it catches you by surprise because you get used to it being pretty good. Seki, you have won the 5 HBI. And you're up. That's twice today. Bipolar won the 3 HBI just as she was up. Is Seki still with us? Or did he drop out? Looks like he dropped out. In that case, Abdul Kudus, you are up.
Okay, good day everyone. So this is a post I made into the Hive Learners community. So we are to discuss about ethics and morals. So I try to touch some aspect about ethics and morals, how they come into the society, so and how they evolve over time. So there are some morals that are, at some point in time, they get to wash out away from the society. So depending on the people in the society. So I just try to give it, and I gave some examples also. So it's kind of a broad topic, but I just tried my best. So you can check it out in my post. Thank you.
All right. I like that sign. Very nice. Thank you, Q.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
It is. And bipolar, you're up. I believe that somehow, but then I've known you for a day or two. I see bipolar typing.
Please let me take the next turn. I mistakenly copied something and it wiped what I'm supposed to present. Let me just go back and look for it.
Okay, while you're looking for that, Seke has returned. Seke, you're up. Take care, Bridge. Good to see ya. Now's a good time to drop some more emojis. Anybody waiting to have a turn? Seke's typing. There we go. Okay, Seke, tell us about this. You're muted if you're talking.
Sorry about that.
You were
It's
telling
quite
us such a
busy.
wonderful story, and we didn't hear a word, right?
Anyways, sorry,
I
my
can
network's
hear
a
you
bit
now.
wonky. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We're waiting.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
We're
so
waiting.
all right, no problem. So I've made NFC sometime. So I decided to join back. That's literally it. This is my latest NFC storm. You can go check out the post, and that's it.
Okay, so this is Seke's NFT called Storm. So check that out. All right. Bipolar, are you ready to go? There she is. All right.
Okay, so I was doing some reading on I've Ghana and I saw this post from Abenad on a conversation she had with a 67-year-old man. And it's very, very relatable because a lot of time you hear people say, oh, the people of the generation back then, they have it all easy, but now we don't have it easy. And the truth is that no generation has it easy. Like you literally need to create wealth by yourself, especially if you're coming from a family that has little or nothing. So, and that is exactly what the old man said. And one thing drew my attention when he said he lost his parents and he knew he had no opportunity at education, so he studied hard to um, get scholarship so that he could be educated. And that's just it. Basically, people don't want to put in the work. They just want the good life to fall and hit them on their laps. But this is not the Bible, and manna do not fall from heaven. So we need to go out there to get the life that we want because it's not going to come to us. So it's a very thought-provoking and inspiring read, and I thought I should just share it with you guys.
Sounds like she learned from the wisdom of the ages.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Nice. Thank you, Bipolar. And trust Abanad to pick that up. All right. Kelvin. You're up. Why doesn't manna just fall from the heaven anymore? They haven't restocked? It was proverbial. He was pulling your leg, bipolar. Kelvin, tell us about this.
Okay, so this post is let's say it takes me back to the memory lane. I remember those times we were children and they were like, I want to be this, I want to be that, and a lot of things. I want to be a doctor. For me, there was something I wanted to be, which I wrote in this post. I was just remembering all those fun memories and how I was so passionate about what I want to be and did not end up being what I wanted to be. So you can just look through it and probably you also remember what you wanted to be when you were a child. Thank you.
So I take it you wanted to be a scientist, or is that just a placeholder image?
Yes, I wanted to be a scientist.
And what
You
made you
caught me
change
there.
your mind?
I didn't change my mind. Life changed me.
Ah, it often does to us, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Science rules. Hey, Tori. Hey, kid. Oh, kid's not in the channel. Guess they didn't hear that. Anybody else got anything they want to present today? Or share? Okay, Tori, go for it. Give you a moment to grab the link. Did you get your link, Tori? Is Tori with us? Yeah, I'm still waiting on Tori. I'm not sure she's heard that I called on her. There we go.
Hi, Shadows. I have one.
All right,
Hello,
Tori.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Tell us
So
about this.
sorry for that. I'm
Oh,
this was not what I initially wanted to bring out. Based on I was having little, maybe it's quite bad. Maybe it's my environment. But that aside, it's a simple post from my little day, and I think this morning I woke up with the fear of the weather and everything when I thought it was going to rain heavily and being that's going to affect my business. I was so downcasted this morning. I was like, God, just please help this weather for me. So fortunately, it didn't rain, and I was able to go ahead with my daily business and finish on time. So it was just like certainly a full ride, a full smooth ride for me this morning. And knowing that my fears didn't come to pass. So that was it. Thank you.
all right. Thank you, Tori. We've got overcast
I'll
weather
take
here
it to
today where
shadows.
it's calling for rain. And Calvin, you presented just before Tori and you won the PYPT NFT for June. We seem to have a correlation here between presenting and winning. Not always the same, though. Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, I wish I could have gotten this one shared before Amy left the chat because I think Amy would have enjoyed this, but I'm sure Artemis North and a couple others might enjoy it too. It's a contest. Needlework Monday is challenging people to do some needlework for clothing for a Barbie doll. And I just thought it was a really cute idea. So people can show their creativity and miniature by entering this contest.
Very cool.
Yeah, I could just see Artemis North crocheting a little sweater for a Barbie doll or something, and I can see Amy sewing a whole outfit. Yeah, easily.
I have a suspicion that if Artemis did an outfit for a Barbie doll, that it would probably end up in the hands of a young lady named Coco. Just a guess. They all have so far.
And I see Zoe asked, do I need a Barbie for this? I'm not sure if any doll will work. Yeah, you just have to read the post to see what the requirements are, but it might be, just miniature clothing for any doll might work. And if you don't have a Barbie, I guess you could sew the outfit and have it, lay it out there on the table nicely and make a photo of it. Just have to read the post and see what the requirements are.
It's not exclusive to have a Barbie style doll to participate. It can also be any other type of doll that has a human form, even dolls with man figures or rag dolls, except baby dolls. That's rule number 2. Ah. So anything that is a humanoid doll. How's that? You never know. You might be able to find one in a secondhand store that could work as a model for you. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share today? Oh, I see Abinetta has joined us. You have something to share today, Abinad? What have you been up to?
Yeah, and Abinad might be another one who's interested in that post I just shared about the Barbie.
Yep. Late comer goes sit in the back. You're just jealous that she's top of the list. I see Abinad typing. Ah, you created space for her right above Artemis. Artemis, that might be a precarious place for you, sitting between Abinad and bipolar. Ah, okay. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Ah, Artemis has a shield. Shields up. All right. You've been listening to Shadows Pub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating and it's all about community. Oh, yeah. Bye, Wilma.